What's going on, everybody? In this police arrest reaction video, we're diving into a tense encounter where communication between a man and law enforcement totally breaks down. And it's a man that's recovering from a recent, heart procedure that we're talking about here. It's a situation involving a man that had a recent heart procedure, basically. And I'll break down the key moments, share insights on what went wrong, and offer important lessons on how situations like this could be handled differently and better by both sides, basically. Stick around because there's a lot to unpack here.
How are you today, sir?
Why do you want to know?
I'm just trying to get to know you. I want to make sure you're okay.
Oh, okay.
The reason I'm here is the staff called. They were concerned about you, so they sent me to come and check on you.
Okay, I'm fine. You can go.
Okay, I gotta make sure that they want you in here first.
So right off the bat, we see an officer attempting to check on someone who's causing concern at a facility, right? And you know what this situation highlights? How mental and physical health, can sometimes interact with legal encounters. You get what I'm saying? Making empathy crucial for both parties.
The reason you have a general antagonistic disposition towards me?
Yeah, because you two goons have come here specifically to try to incite a physical incident with a person who's had a heart attack last week.
What?
And I don't think that's a very good thing, and I don't like that. Step back.
Why do you think that?
Because of your body posture, because of the way that you're acting.
And that's really something. Health concerns can absolutely, make people more tense or defensive during interactions with law enforcement, which probably is not a good idea at all, right? It's understandable that this individual, right here, that was in that clip, after a recent heart procedure, is kind of not liking having to talk to law enforcement or be approached in the wrong manner by law enforcement, right? Like, because, he just had a heart procedure and all that, and he don't want no confrontation after that, right? But what's the key here, is communication. Can both sides de-escalate this situation before it turns physical?
Did you have any type of interaction with them or anything like that that was negative?
I was invited to come here and play my guitar. Apparently, I wasn't playing the rap music they liked or whatever, but they decided they wanted to make an issue out of it after being told specifically that I could come here.
Okay. I
had a heart procedure, and they're trying to figure out if this is healthy or not.
Okay.
This part of the footage right here, the exchanges, it really underscores how misunderstandings can lead to confrontations. Here's a man who simply wanted to play music, but ended up feeling unwelcome. Do you get what I'm saying? Situations like this remind us how important it is for public spaces to communicate clear expectations up front with everyone.
I understand you were here for a follow-up appointment from your heart issue. Is that accurate?
I don't have anything to say to you.
Okay, well, I'm
waiting for my doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock. I got here early, and I'm waiting for my appointment.
Okay, well...
That's all you're going to get out of me. Have a nice day.
Well, they would now want you to leave, so I'm just here to assist with that. So...
Go for it.
Okay, are you ready to go?
You know what? You're going to have to physically hurt me.
Well, we don't want to do
There's
that.
got to be a way we can avoid that.
Yeah.
That seems completely unnecessary.
Why don't you go back and talk to him and see if there's a way that we can avoid this?
Did you notice how the officer was suggesting that they could call an ambulance for the guy? While it might seem like a good gesture, from the individual's perspective, it might feel unnecessary or even insulting. You get what I'm saying? The way officers frame these suggestions, you get what I'm saying, can make a big difference in cooperation.
Does that leave us with two options? Either he leaves voluntarily or they want him trespassed out of here and he goes to jail.
So right here we see law enforcement laying out the options clearly, all the way clear. Leave voluntarily or face trespassing charges. Clarity in communication. If you clear in communication during tense moments like this, that can help diffuse conflict. But it requires patience on both sides of the table, if you get what I'm saying.
All right, sir, you're under arrest. I got to put you in handcuffs. Do you have any weapons on you? Watch your head.
No weapons on me.
Where's your pocket? I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Well, I don't know.
You don't know where it is? Is it in your pocket? It's unfortunate that this had to come to this.
This moment really could have been avoided, but it's a classic example of of how standing your ground, even when justified in your own mind, can escalate to an arrest. Always remember, you can often, contest these matters in court without risking immediate detention, if you get what I'm saying.
Ryan was charged with trespassing and is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
So ultimately, this situation serves as a lesson in understanding legal rights. You know what I mean? Like communication and the importance of de-escalation. So while the individual may have legitimate concerns, right, about his heart and staying healthy and everything, staying cooperative with law enforcement is often the best way, it's the absolute best way to resolve the situation without further, complications.